Et je crois que ce moment de l'histoire de l'Afrique correspond à un moment fondamental de l'histoire du monde. Je pense que le XVe siècle a été, comme on l'a dit, la fin du monde limité, du monde clos, du monde qui était limité au bassin méditerranéen. Et ça a été le point de départ d'une histoire nouvelle pour le monde. C'était le début du monde fini, du monde comprenant tous les continents. Et par conséquent, je crois que le mémorial qui va être érigé constitue, de ce point de vue-là, un des grands moments de l'histoire mondiale, en particulier de l'histoire des peuples noirs. Parce que jusque-là, les peuples noirs vivaient concentrés sur le continent africain. Après avoir été l'origine, le berceau de l'humanité, après avoir disséminé l'espèce humaine sur tous les continents, l'Europe, l'Asie, eh bien, il restait le Nouveau Monde. Et ce Nouveau Monde a été malheureusement peuplé par l'Afrique aussi, mais dans des conditions extrêmement difficiles, à travers un drame, à travers une tragédie unique en son genre. Et cette tragédie, c'est la tragédie de la traite des Noirs. Par conséquent, le mémorial veut signifier ce moment important où l'Afrique, malgré elle, par la force, par les supplices, par les tortures, a été amenée à envoyer une partie de ses enfants par-delà l'océan Atlantique et à constituer ainsi d'autres sociétés, d'autres communautés, d'autres peuples noirs qui ont porté le génie de l'Afrique, le dynamisme de l'Afrique, la vitalité africaine dans les techniques, dans la production économique, ainsi que dans les arts, les lettres et la culture, au-delà de l'océan, en Amérique du Sud et dans l'Amérique du Nord.
Hello everybody, Nanga Def is our greeting in Wolof from Senegal, from Gorée Island. I'm here in Brazil. Let me introduce myself. I'm Mr. Malick Kane, working at the Memorial of Goree project, which is a body of the Senegalese government, you know, through the Ministry of Culture of the Senegalese government. Now, the Senegalese government decided, upon a request of the Afro-Brazilian scholars in the 80s, 1982, to erect a new memorial in the African continent, just to pay homage to our ancestors, victims of the slavery and the transatlantic slavery generally. Beside that, I'm also a fellow at the African Burial Ground in New York. Everybody knows that African Burial Ground in New York, in Lower Manhattan, New York, used to be an African cemetery from 1640 to 1790. The federal government building two projects in the Lower Manhattan in 1991 dug grave and found by digging 419 human remains, skeletons, and human remains like huesos, what we call in Portuguese. And from that point, now we have a memorial built and designed by Rodney Leon, a Haitian American, and a museum in the first floor of a federal building in Lower Manhattan. That's what we call the African Burial Ground. And then you have me here in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil for a mission, because I was invited by the University Federal de Rio de Grande do Sul to lecture a palestra of my conference, which is related, the topic of the colloquy was related to lugares de memoria no triángulo atlántico, and I was talking about the African burial ground question, from the African burial ground question to the Memorial of Goree project, which is a concept I developed about the Transatlanticity, what we call Transatlanticidade. The world doesn't exist yet, but I am writing a new book through this title, Transatlanticidade, sobre la cuestión de African Burial Ground, Nueva York, y el Projeto Memorial de Goree. Now I'm in Brazil promoting the project of Memorial of the Goree, talking to the different partners, meeting with the Afro-Brasileiros communities. I gave a palestra also at the University de Estado de Rio de Janeiro. I'll be going to the University de Estado de Bahia also for next palestra next week, also talking about the same subject, meeting with the black movements, meeting with our communities, our brothers in the other side of the Americas, to connect them back to their motherland, Africa, and then allow them to get to the new door of return, because we used to have the door of no return at the house of slaves in Goree Island, the Casa de Escravos. At the Ilha de Goree, we have the door of no return, which is an exit, the last exit from Africa, giving away to the Atlantic Ocean for the new destiny of the slave, of the African enslaved, not slaves because I don't call them slaves, they are not slaves, they enslaved African, because they consider themselves free, even if somebody is pushing, controlling, and trying to dominate and to force them to be wherever they want them to be, and they're keeping their freedom inside. So these enslaved Africans took the door of no return from Goree Island and went through the Americas, from United States through the Caribbeans until down to the Brazil. They were here now, they have their La Herencia aquí, and we have the cast, the Valongo, which is an amazing site, which is also dedicated by UNESCO as a World Heritage. Now, Kaiser Valongo belong to the whole world, like Goree Island. Goree Island was dedicated and erected like World Heritage in 1975. 42 years after, we have Kaiser Valongo now. Kaiser Valongo is a package, like I said. Kaiser Valongo is among a package of circuit where we have the Pretas Novas, scandalous Pretas Novas, dramatic Pretas Novas, tragic Pretas Novas. I know we're going to talk about it again. And my work here is to connect and to interconnect our motherland, Africa, represented by the island of Goree, and back to the African burial ground in New York, and down to the Kaiser Valongo, Bahia, Pretas Novas, and all these different sites and lugares de memoria we have in Brazil.